Sketch the following on the number line and give the answer in interval notation. So the inequality we have here is x greater than or equal to 5. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is draw the number line here. I'm going to mark off 0 just for reference here. And then the value in question here, right, we're comparing x to 5, so that's going to be, I'm just going to eyeball it here. I'm not going to write down every single hash mark. Okay. So a couple things to note here, right? First of all, if we have a less than, strictly less than, or a strictly greater than symbol, right, this would be an open circle, right? So that's what we would denote the value here, right? It's an open circle, or you can use a parentheses. Okay, now on the other hand, if this was like a less than or equal to, or a greater than or equal to, right, this would be what is known as a closed circle, or we can use a bracket to denote that. So what that means is, right, at 5, are we going to put an open circle here or a closed circle? Right, that depends on if it's a greater than or less than or greater than or equal to, right? In this case, because of it's a greater than or equal to, that means we have to denote this with a closed circle. Okay? And then we have to point to a direction, right? How do we know if we're going to go to the left or to the right? Well, if you think about it, x greater than or equal to 5, right? So if I ask you, give me all the numbers that are greater than or equal to 5, then you would say all the numbers this direction, right? Like 6, 7, 8, 9, so on and so forth. And remember, everything in between as well, right? Like 5.1 and 5.001. So basically, we want to go to the right. Okay. Now, how do we give the answer in interval notation? So what the interval notation does, right, it basically tells you, right, what is the smallest number in this interval and what is the largest number in this interval. Okay. So the smallest number in this interval is going to be 5, right? And in this case, we include the 5, right? The 5 would be a part of the answer, and the largest number in this interval would be infinity, right? Because this graph goes to the right, right? All the numbers greater than or equal to 5. So that's how we do the interval notation, right? The smallest number in the interval is 5. The largest number in the interval is infinity. Now around the 5, do we put a parentheses or a bracket? Okay. Well, I sort of gave it away here, right? The closed circle, because of the line underneath, okay, that tells you should have a bracket around the 5. And remember, infinity, or negative infinity, positive infinity, those always have parentheses, okay? So here's the graph on the number line, and here is the answer in interval notation.